oversight, there is nobody to prescribe them. I mean, you can actually go and buy Advil or ibuprofen, the other name for it, easily from any place. I mean, every place has that. And you just have to be careful in terms of what you put in your mouth in the form of a medication, which is readily available to you, or in the form of food. And the telephone number I gave you, we are getting closer to the end of our show. And again, with God in us, all things become possible. And I am a firm believer in that. With God in us, all things become possible. And I want to encourage this nation to think a little better when it comes to food and lifestyles, when it comes to staying away from stress, when it comes to loving each other and giving more. And for that, I want to ask you to go to my website, spirituallysexy.com, and donate as generously as you can. The doctor was in the house and was ready for your questions. And I sure hope that I can come back next week. But if I didn't, I kiss you goodbye. Maybe until September 1st, maybe until January 1st. But for sure, I'm coming back until this mission is fully fulfilled. And I just can't tell you enough how much I love you and how much I care about the health of this nation. What else do I have to say? So AI, I have maybe a minute or two. AI is everywhere, right? And the social media posts that I am hoping that hopefully I have a little time or some help so we can do not only the podcast, but also the social media when I come back. That apparently is a new feature to the social media endeavor, because now with AI, everything becomes easier. I don't need to edit myself. I don't need to do a lot of things that I used to do by myself. And maybe the podcast would be another valuable feature of my radio shows that very soon becomes available to you. But no matter what, I think that you want to be connected through calling my office at 3.
This program was sponsored by Dr. Zara Tabassian and Angel Care Dialysis Prevention.
Hey, it's Jeff,
Jimmy,
and Mark from the Gunslinger radio program here.
Tune into the Gunslinger Show Sundays from 7 to 9 p.m. on AM 870 to learn everything you need to know about firearms.
We'll talk about guns and ammo and our huge gun, art, and super deluxe collectible auction on September 13th for super deals on pistols and rifles, and how you can sell us your gun collection for great profit.
So if you're buying pistols and rifles, selling gun collections, or you've simply got questions about firearms, listen to the Gunslinger Show live Sundays from 7 to 9 p.m. right here on AM 870.
The Answer.
Hi, Greg Avazians, owner of Rescue Roofing, talking about installing a custom sprinkler system to your roof.
At Rescue Roofing, they don't just replace roofs, they protect homes.
That's right, Jen. Up to 90% of homes burn because of wind-blown embers, not direct flames. So with every free roof inspection and estimate, we also check for damage in vulnerable areas like eaves. And with our sprinkler systems and ember-resistant upgrades, we help shield your property before it's too late.
Right now, you can get protected and pay nothing for 12 months.
That's right. 0 down, 0 payments, 0 interest, and 0 stress. We do it all, and we do it right. Whether it's asphalt shingles, tile, or flat roofs, we know how to protect your home from wildfires.
And don't forget, fall and winter, well, they're on the way. And that means rain is on the way, too. Right now is the best time to get your roof inspected before it starts raining again.
Call me for your free roof inspection, 323-366-9500.
Call Rescue Roofing and Construction, 323-366-9500, or myrescueroofer.com.
Hi, this is Pastor Alan Jackson inviting you to the Culture and Christianity Conference September 19th and 20th here in beautiful Tennessee. Log on to this station website for more details, and you could win an all-expense-paid trip to the conference with VIP access. And when you log on, you'll receive free my 30-day devotional. Be not afraid, be not discouraged.
Log on to am870.info, keyword truth. That's am870.info, keyword truth.
AM 870, The Answer. Find us at am870theanswer.com. Download our apps, stream us 24/7, or watch us at snc.tv.
With SRN News, I'm Greg Clugston in Washington. Talks aimed at ending the Russia-Ukraine war will be the main White House tomorrow. President Trump will meet with Ukrainian leader Zelensky, as well as several NATO and European leaders. Secretary of State Marco Rubio told NBC's Meet the Press that a possible ceasefire is not off the table.
He jumps out a window. To end this conflict is through a full peace deal. There's no doubt about that. I mean, who would be against the fact that tomorrow we came to you and said we have a full peace deal and it's done? I think that's the best way to end the war. Now, whether there needs to be a ceasefire on the way there, well, we've advocated for that. Unfortunately, the Russians, as of now, have not agreed to that.
Thousands upon thousands of Israelis staged nationwide protests today demanding a deal to free hostages still held in Gaza. Air Canada's planes grounded because of a strike by flight attendants, the stoppage affecting 130,000 travelers. SRN News.
The economy is reopening under the new administration. Is your business prepared to hit the ground running?
Hi, I'm RJ Beaton, media strategist here at AM 870. I've been in this business for over 3 decades. I know what works and how to bring new customers to your business. Today's consumers are ready and eager to spend money with your business. Get their attention on air and online with AM 870's broadcast and digital online marketing. Advertise where the people are, reaching a highly desirable upscale audience, 45 plus, needs and can afford your services. Targeting your message to the right customers at the right time. You could be driving down the street and AM 870 can drive brand new customers to your business. Hey, it's worth a short phone call to explore your options.
To learn more, call RJ at 818-662-3718. That's 818-662-3718. Tell the world you're open for business. 818-662-3718. That's 818-662-3718.
Look out, you're looking over your front window.
Mark Levin sees a president of peace.
The president just signed as a witness.
You're gonna die.
See ya.
The president of Azerbaijan,
You
the prime
are
minister
the
of Armenia.
I was going to say, they're just going to crumple that thing
He's done the same
up,
with
put
Congo
it in
and
the ground.
Rwanda. The same with Cambodia and Thailand, not necessarily peace deals, but ceasefire. India, Pakistan, he took out Iranian nukes. The Israelis, of course, took out everything else.
Mark Levin, weeknights at 7. And take Mark.
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. America and all the ships at sea. You're listening to Gunslingers, brought to you from behind the Iron Curtain on Radio Free California.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Gunslingers right here on
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network, people.
That's us.
Welcome back, welcome back.
I tell you, from San Diego to San Francisco, from LA to Phoenix to Vegas, we got you covered.
And we are all over the world with this internet thing. So if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook Live, X, or Rumble, make sure that you're hitting that like button. Make sure you're subscribed to any of those. And make sure you're sharing it, folks. Let's get this out there. Let's have a wonderful show. I want to thank everyone already joining us on there. And everyone listening.
Absolutely. You guys are the best audience in radio.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I'd like to point out that this is kind of your show, so you can make it as interesting as you want. We will sit here, we'll ride herd on your, what did you say, those of you who choose to go off the reservation? But come on, man, make it fun, make it entertaining. Challenge us.
You know, it's been a while since we brought this up last week. It's been a while since we talked about TV and movie shootouts. You wanna?
That's always a favorite.
Okay, so there's our topic for tonight, guys. What's your favorite or worst movie or TV shootout?
Every time we do this, I don't feel like we have even scratched the surface because Hollywood obviously has a fascination with firearms, no matter how anti-gun they may be at home. But they always get it wrong.
Well, okay, this is what made me think of this. I was at home. I got home. About 4 o'clock, caught the Dodger game, the last inning and a half on the radio. Yeah, wasn't that cool?
Get a broom.
We'll get to that later. But anyway, and I finished watching some of the wrap up, and I was flicking channels. And what's that movie with the great big bugs? Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
Okay, comes on, and do you know that they say that movie used more blanks than any other movie?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and on one really quick, those guns are so dumb. I mean, they build these things.
XM190.
Well, whatever the hell they are. There's no sights on these things.
Nope.
And they look like they said, Planet of the Apes had these really god-awful, ugly guns. Let's make one worse.
We can do it. I can hold my beer.
Hold my beer. Right? I think I can make one worse. And so that's what. But they did a close-up, and you could see the action inside that stupid shell that's on it. And you know what it was? It was a Ruger Mini 14.
Oh, hey, look at that. That's a standard.
So for those of you who don't think that is a good and reliable firearm,
well, that's funny. Good enough to shoot bugs.
Heck yeah, and a lot of them. And I mean, really, they put so many rounds out there that it's all just gunfire.
And apparently you don't need sights with them.
You don't. You can shoot right from the shoulder.
I want to be a space marine, baby.
Oh,
the future.
That movie's odd. Anyway, big news this week, of course. For me, big news. We got the catalog up.
Hey, it's up, folks.
So go to gunslingerauctions.com. Catalog is up. And remember we were saying, I think there's about 600 lots. There's 750. So, oops.
Important to stick to your, pardon the expression, guns on that, Jeff.
Man.
We're doing no more.
Stuff just kept coming in, and everybody, can I please get it? I think we got a little room. Yeah, and, man, we're at 750. And get this, December is right at half full. So if you guys want to get your stuff in, please get it in soon because people do this. I had 3 or 4 people call me this week. Hey, can I get stuff into September? No. The catalog's already online. How are we going to do that? So on top of which, California has that stupid 30-day thing. You bring a firearm into me, I have to hold on to it for 30 days before I can do anything. So anything you bring in now, I couldn't sell at auction anyway. So get your stuff in. Get it in soon. Thank you kindly.
Yes, sir.
But Ben put out a really cool video. Did you guys see that little 30-second video? It's us talking about stuff. And, man, some of the... you forget because I literally... September is finally finished for me as far as the catalog and everything. So I'm already looking at December because I spent half the day today doing December stuff. Woo-hoo. So, I go back and look. It's like, man, we got a lot of cool stuff in September. Yeah, I mean, just long-range stuff and all kinds of cool calibers. And, oh, man, just go look, guys. GunslingerAuctions.com. There is so much cool stuff. We got Nighthawk stuff. We've got all kinds of really cool, what is it, the 2011?
The staccato?
Oh, yeah.
But style. It's not. We don't have any staccatos, but we've got 2 rivals.
Excellent.
Yeah, one is a Nighthawk and one is a Lynx, I think. Is that the name? Man, I suck at this. I can't remember the name of it, but go.
750 choices. You're forgiven.
Thank
750.
You. We have an actual Custer range 1873 or so, the trapdoor.
Trapdoor Springfield.
Yeah, 1873 trapdoor in the Custer range. We've got all kinds of Colt single action armies. Man, there's just so many cool. We had 2 of these, I think, in the June auction, and we've got a couple more in this one. They're Remington 700s, but they're the M40 commemorative. Remington was supposed to make 1,500 of these, but they ended up only making, I think, 1,100 of them. And they're the Carlos Hathcock.
The knockoffs of the Vietnam-era sniper rifle.
And these things are in the... You know what? We don't have Richard.
Uh-oh. Hopefully it's okay.
Don't make me tell a joke.
Yeah.
This could get ugly quick.
Well, just in case, because we are looking at all the comments and stuff. Mike Wilcox over there on Facebook said the Atlas is arguably better than the Staccato.
That's it. It's an Atlas.
So we have the Atlas.
You know what, Mike? In my hand, oh man, that's all I could say. Oh man, that Nighthawk is really cool, but that Atlas was bitching.
So that you know, your choice of topics for tonight is already starting to blow up the.
Of course it is. People love talking about Hollywood.
And I got to shout out Wallaby Jack is on.
Hey, how you doing, mate?
Coming from the land down under.
All right. So anyway, go to gunslingerauctions.com. Everything's there. We've got a new company working with us. Proxybid pissed me off in the last auction. They kind of did a dirty on us. And so, yeah, there it is. See where it says bid now? If you're, well, not if you're on. I'm listening already.
See where it says bid now.
But yeah, you go to the bid now button. You do not have to bid. No. All you got to do is click on it, and that'll take you to the catalog.
Ooh, it's so nice.
Yeah, if you're online with us, guys, you can see all of this because Kevin's playing it. But there's everything right there. There's lot number 1, and it just goes on. We've got.
What website will they be going to?
Well, we're still using Proxybid, but I've also got another company called HiBid working for us, and HiBid is like the new big dog.
Nice.
Yeah, and we're going to have it covered. We're going to have both of them in house for this. So we're going to have the people already there. We'll have, we get hundreds of sealed and phone bidders, of course, and then we'll have both companies running at the same time. So that's going to double our. We usually get about 2,500 people, so we're going to have close to 5,000 people bidding with us.
As it should be. As it should be.
So this is going to be really interesting to see, and I hope it works out. I hope HiBid is as good as their sales pitch was.
And if you folks are going online and want to check out the catalog, gunslingerauctions.com, if there's something specific you're looking for, a caliber, a style, maybe an age period, and you're looking for, there is a search engine on there, so you can go through and find exactly what you're looking for. With 750 lots, you're going to find something
you
like. Oh yeah,
exactly.
I mean, it be collectibles, shooting irons. We got everything you can ask for. Military surplus stuff. It runs the gamut. Just
whatever
about
your
everything.
interest.
So we've even got. You ready for this? We've even got a 6-foot spear.
I would hope so. No 4-foot spears for us. No assegais for us guys.
Yeah, that's it. It's a 6-footer, damn it. And I mean, there's just so much interesting stuff.
Is this a bore spear? Does it have the little 2-cross pins there?
I think it's a native spear. So it's got feathers hanging from it. I believe the spearhead is actually
the real deal.
Yeah, the real deal. Pretty certain the wood has been replaced.
Ooh,
and it's still got I guess my guys took it off in a hurry because it was on a wall on brackets. The brackets are still on there.
Still attached.
So
we got places to be.
People say, "How long will this take you?" Well, not very long at all. We go really fast. Watch this.
Just let me dig it out of the guy's chest.
Just taking a glance at it. That 1911, that in 38 Super, already running. So, folks, get on there and make sure. You don't have to bid right off the bat. You can save it up. And we always recommend. Being there live is the best thing, especially at the Highway 39 Event Center.
Which is absolutely cool.
It's so cool. You guys have to be, you should just go, even if you're not going to the auction, just be there for that. And then, like you said, the phone bids and sealed bids. If you got a ceiling that you don't want to go over and you want to leave a sealed bid, we'll get
and people ask all the time, what is a sealed bid? If you can't make it and you don't want to pay the exorbitant internet fees, what a sealed bid is you call us and you say, hey, I want to bid $750 on lot X. Okay, and so what we do is we put you into our list and our sheet and everything that everything okay?
So a guest star.
Carry on.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, we're like eBay. If it starts off at $300, but your ceiling is $750, well, you're the first bid at $325, and then we're looking for $3.5, and if we get $3.5, then you're $375. If that stops there, you stop
That's
there.
all you pay. You don't pay the top.
No,
of your bid.
we don't start you at your max bid. We just start you on the next bid.
We're not here to hit your ceiling.
Yeah, the only bummer to this is if it goes over you, then you don't get it. Yeah,
but that's what you wanted to spend, and actually that has that shores up your moral compass.
Yeah. Well,
I told my wife.
Yeah. Oh boy, you know what? Richard is there.
Get him in.
You know what? Really quick. Let's see. Kevin, where's my... Oh, there it is. Okay, Richard, sorry. My screen wasn't working. What's going on?
Good evening, you supernatural gunslingers.
Thank you kindly. What's up, Richard?
Hey, Richard.
When they design a gun, a revolver, what determines which way that the cylinder is going to rotate?
Fun question. Colt rotates in one direction,
and
Smith rotates in the other direction. So, is it the Coriolis effect? Which side of the hemisphere are you on? I think.
I think it's just a preference by company. I don't think it matters one way or the other. But
I couldn't see what difference it would make.
Yeah, it really doesn't make any. Richard, you got a joke for us? We got to go.
Okay. What do you get if you cross an elephant with a rhinoceros?
I don't know, but I don't want to pick up after it.
Right?
Albino.
There you go. Richard, thanks. Sorry to cut you short. We'll talk to you next week, okay?
Right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night, Richard.
All right, when we get back, we have Rick from the CRPA, and then after that, it's phone calls. What's that number?
You guys are going to want to call in at 866-870-5752. Once again, before we go, 866-870-5752.
Okay, you're listening to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And we're going to smooth right on out of here.
Yeah, baby. See if I can bring that up to Mr. Travis. He's got AB 1078 still moving through legislator, +1 in 30 laws banished from enforcement. Cool.
Baby. L.A. lady. All right, you know what? We went long in the first segment because we couldn't figure out the computer.
Let's jump right in.
So let's get right away to our friend Rick. Rick, how are you?
Wonderful. How are you guys doing?
Well,
it's been good.
It's been busy. What is going on?
Well, first I want to answer your critical, astute question, and my answer would be the worst shootouts are always on television, and there are always the stupid moments when there's the glass breaking in the middle of the night, and the person gets up with their gun and leaves the place of safety with the room. Yes. And often ends up with a bad demise. That's the absolute most inane thing that you could ever put on TV, but it's what they do.
Well, you know what the one always cracks me up? They shoot a guy and the back of his head blows out on a glass window. But the glass doesn't
break.
Yeah.
You got to have a window to catch
No, wait. Come on. That's those new frangible.
I didn't think about that.
Ammo.
Oh, they go through and then they frange on the go out.
Won't break a pane of glass. Or how about somebody lighten up, the A-team comes to mind, lighten up the side of a car with machine gun bullets, and there's like no bullet holes and there's no through and throughs?
No, everything ricochets off like it's impenetrable.
Well,
it's awesome.
That's good paint.
It's Reacher season 2. A couple guys with MP5s open up on an itty-bitty little rental car that the two gals are in, and they not one hit. Nope. I mean, come on. These cars are made out of like paper mache, for crying out loud, and plastic. There's no way. Anyway, Rick, what's going on?
What is going on?
So there's been a few things that went down this week. One of them was the Nguyen v. Bonta And everybody's like, so are we done with the 1 in 30? Are we not done with the 1 in 30? Mm-hmm. And this is going to be probably one of the craziest weeks ever in the Capitol. I'm not looking forward to it, but we come back to the Capitol, obviously, tomorrow. And this is also a crunch time because the governor has till Friday to get 3 emergency bills through to do this gerrymandering scheme of his. Mm-hmm. So as a result, meetings and everything else going on in the Capitol is basically being ran down by this. So this could be good news, could be not good news. So the good news plot would look like this. Nguyen V. Banta says you cannot put a restriction of 1 in 30 or any in 30. You just can't do it. However, we also know this legislature doesn't really care what the courts say unless they rule in their favor. So there is currently a bill out there right now that is going into appropriations that they could pull it and say, okay, we just got slammed by the court, we're not going to do it. Or they could sit there and say, no, we're going to proceed with it. And that is what we're waiting to find out with Assembly Bill 1078, because that's what they're looking at, is if they can do this, it'd be 3 a month. So, the author's argument, which is Berman, is, well, they're saying no to 1 a month. No, they said no to any number a month. You can't do it. But we'll see if he pulls it or if other people decide to kill it. It's going to be a pretty contentious week. We also have what's been known as the Glock ban bill, which goes after those. We have submitted every piece of paperwork we could. I will be up there in the Capitol trying to get people not to vote, but we'll see where that's going to go. And then we also have the ghost gun, which is 1263, and we're going to see where that goes. There are 2 other bills that tend to be positive, but they happen to be on the hunting side. One's allow Gold Star members to have a free day out there, and the other one, it would allow to reduce the cost of hunting and fishing license to people who have contributed to their communities and done certain things that have helped build their communities up. So both of those would be nice to see if they get across. It looks like they could get killed, but we're trying to kill these last 3 major bills, and hopefully if we can do that, then we can wrap this up by the 29th and be like, yay, not a bad year.
Oh, wow.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Real quick, you mentioned
that's all we're doing.
Everything. Hey, you mentioned Gold Star in the hunting. Can you explain that to some of our viewers or listeners?
Yeah, our listeners, yeah. So Gold Star families are families that have a service member who, like every other person that's ever joined the military, wrote out a blank check payable with their life, and those checks got cashed, Jimmy, and those families lost that member, and so they become known as Gold Star families. And this is just tell you the state of our legislature. We have tried for about 5 years to get, Gold Star family members could have 1 free day in a state park, or they could get like the immediate Gold Star, like the kids of that member could get a lifetime hunting pass or a lifetime fishing pass. And we're talking, it's a lot of people, but it's nothing that's going to break the bank of California, not compared to some of the other stupid things that they do. And yet that has been met with like a massive wall of disrespect, in my opinion, of like, no, we're not going to do that. And ironically, I've even heard from some of our people in the community. And that is always just shocking to me too. So, we keep trying to push this because I think it's worth doing, and I also feel like there's a lot of people that once we can get them into the great outdoors, their opinions change, and so this is something that we've been trying to do.
That's
such a small courtesy for such a huge sacrifice.
No kidding.
Yeah, this state does not appreciate veterans. There are some really good members of the legislature. I'll just shout out to like Shannon Grove, Brian Jones in the Senate. I could say Leticia Castillo, Sanchez, and Dixon, which are all female assembly members here in Southern California, do a fantastic job of reaching out to veterans and supporting their families, especially those that paid the ultimate sacrifice. But as an institution, my personal opinion, they just don't do enough.
Okay, there's been a bunch of scuttlebutt on the social medias about the ammunition bill. What is? Yeah. And it's all baloney, right?
Yeah, it's all been baloney. Look, I'm probably going to take a lot of people off when I say it, but I have to deal in truth. The truth is, we have to remember, and you know this, ammunition dealers and firearms manufacturers, they're businesses. They're not really that concerned about the politics unless it's hurting their bottom line. So anytime they see something, they will go for it. They'll move it. So, for an example, if a out-of-state ammunition company wants to sell ammunition and doesn't want to charge the excise tax and wants to ship it to your home, technically they haven't violated the law. But when you receive it and accept it, you violated both laws. And so, they have nothing to lose and only money to make, but that's why we keep trying to tell people. And so, it's not that they're, quote, lying of like, oh, no, we can ship it. Well, yeah, they can. You just can't receive it.
Yeah. Have there been any prosecutions of which you're aware?
Not yet. But
yet being the...
Yeah, right. That matters.
Yeah, yet's the operative word. And part of what I've been trying to explain to people, too, is, for me, I'm one of just a handful of people that defend everybody's rights. And so I'm constantly calling everybody law-abiding citizens. Well, when you go and you purchase and accept when that's not legal, then you're no longer law-abiding. And then they will, believe me, they will run that up the flagpole and go, oh, you mean like these law-abiding citizens that did this? And start listing names. So I'm dreading that in January because I have a feeling that's coming. But, we're also trying to say they were misled by major manufacturers outside, but then that feeds into, so you're saying your community doesn't follow the law either. So
Rick, just to follow that up, so what is the payoff to this? When does this become okay or not?
It doesn't right now because the state, which I had said to everybody on day 21, filed the en banc.
Right.
So this goes back. So it's never been legal.
Okay, so that's important that everyone out there understand.
Yeah,
the state had a 21-day window to file an appeal, and they have done so.
Yeah, there was and is Freedom Week on it.
And I'm not gonna say this was done on purpose, but I think anybody with some common sense could go, oh, so the state knew this was coming down. The state had been very well telegraphed that we were going to get this one. I was talking about we were going to get this one before we got the win. And that's because we saw the looks on the judges, we saw the questions they asked, we saw the scolding they gave the state. And so, the state had plenty of time, and I don't know for a fact, but look, these lawyers a lot of times have things prepared before the ruling goes down either way. And so waiting 21 days, you have to ask yourself, why would you wait till the last minute if it wasn't to see if you could get some people caught in the crosshairs?
To rope as many people as you could.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, Rick. Yeah, we're coming on the hard break at the bottom.
Yep.
As always, thanks. If anybody wants to donate their time, their money, or join the CRPA, how do they get hold of you?
CRPA.org, and if they have questions, reach out to us at contact@CRPA.org, and you guys rock on.
Thank you, Rick.
Good luck. Good luck in Excremento this week.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Red Bull.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. All right, guys. You're listening to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And after this, we're turning it over to you guys.
Give us a call. What's the number?
866-870-5752. Again, 866-870-5752. Let's go.
We'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
Lelania.
All right. So
Tita.
I've got a guy. We've got a Georgia in the house.
Oh, no kidding.
Liberated Podcast.
That's a new
Thank
one.
you for joining us. First timer. You got any questions? Got any comments? Please feel free to put them up. Robert over there on YouTube. I hope that answered that question over there, Mr. Krakowian. If you have anything else to put it on up, bud. Yeah. Richard had a short segment today. We had a problem with the screen, but, we'll get him back on. Yeah, thank Rick and the CRPA. If you haven't joined yet, make sure, even if you are out of state, these people are doing what they can for the nation, not just California, and they're pretty much stomping the head of the snake where it is, just so it doesn't roll onto you. So make sure everyone's joining when you get the chance.
Feel free to help them in a tangible way.
Absolutely.
As well.
But yeah, everyone having fun? So far, so good, right? Do 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 do. And Mr. Enigma put nothing wrong with the Mini 14. In my opinion, ARs are just better across the board. Mine's just function.
There's never been anything really wrong with a Mini 14. I've always liked the gun.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a no frills. And, it's a Mini 14 as in not a M14. So they basically took the M14, which is the Garand action, just with a detachable mag, put it into a little bit smaller.
Scaled it down.
Yeah, with a smaller caliber. And it's tried and true.
Yep, no bells and whistles because you don't need them.
It's not a 200-yard gun that you're going to be able to shoot dimes out of people's hands with, but that ain't what it was for. So it's a fantastic gun.
Absolutely.
I mean, good enough to shoot bugs.
You got varmints around the place. You got something to work with. You got a tool. APF 2011 double barrel pistol and 45 ACP.
What is it?
The APF 2011 double barrel pistol and ACP.
There you go, guys. Don't Google it. What does ACP stand for? I know.
We want to throw that one out. Want to stump the band here?
Yeah. Well, nobody can. Some guys are obviously going to know it, but the other ones, they're going to cheat and Google it.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
Everybody has to look like a brainiac,
You know what? If they then possess the information, it ain't cheating, it's research.
Hey, you know what? You're learning.
Cheating.
And you're learning something new on this show every day.
Which is one of the things we are here for, right?
And like Chick Hearn always said, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Hey. What else is going on in there, guys?
And only sometimes is it better to be lucky than good, because luck runs out.
And speed comes to the ballpark every day.
Yeah.
Kirk says A-Team can't hit anything with them. Talking about the
A-Team couldn't hit anything with a nuclear weapon.
It's like the G.I. Joes, like when you the cartoon for G.I. Joe. Yeah, they put 1,000 rounds in the air, parachuters. No one ever got hit in that show. No one ever.
That's because they didn't have B.A. Baracus to throw you over the hood of a car.
Come on.
Here we go.
Just the beef.
Jack got it.
I'm the only air guitarist that actually plays the right stuff.
Well, still fingering correctly.
Yeah, it was one of the songs we used to do. I know that song upside down and inside out. Welcome back to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And here's the part where you guys join in. Give us a call. What's the number?
You guys call in 866-870-5752. Once again, 866-870 KRLA.
I didn't mention this in the first half an hour, but next week, it's a Motor Slinger show. We're going to have the one and only Leon the Motorman right here. Right here on our shoe. We have a really, really fine gentleman. We're going to have him and his friend George, the Airplane Man.
Airman.
Anything you want to cover.
Yeah.
We got you covered. I mean, you want to talk about guns, cars, boats, motorcycles, weed whackers. We got you covered,
guys.
If
it hums, it purs, goes bang, goes boom, we're doing it on the show, folks.
That's right, because this is a CS show, not a BS show.
No, sir.
That's customer service, you bet. All the stuff we've stolen from Leon.
He is the godfather of this show.
He definitely is. He definitely is.
So we had some answers from that question. Some people have put it. Well, actually, it was Wallaby Jack. So
okay,
maybe. But if anyone wants to post up there,
the question at the bottom of the hour online was, "What does ACP stand for?" And should I just tell them the answer?
Auto-correcting pen.
Because they got Ringo on there already putting it. I think. You bet you think.
It's automatic Colt pistol is what it stands for. So a lot of people have said lots of things over the years, but that's all it means. So anyway, you went shooting today.
I did go shooting today.
Yeah, I wanted to go, but like I said, we had a lot of paperwork. So
I know that we have people from different states. We even have people from different countries listening in.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to make the point that as I was driving up the hill, going to the match today, it was 68 degrees in the morning.
We're having the weirdest summer.
It went up to a blistering high of 85.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is the nicest summer I can remember. We shot up at Panorama, which is always a fun shoot. The ramrods were gone. That's Photo Shooter and Old Mustang. So Mojave Pete ran the show for us.
Okay.
Set it up, courtesy of Aimlessly. We moved everything back a little bit. Everybody was in the shade until the moment that you shot the stage when you wanted to see your sights, right? It was just the nicest day imaginable.
Sorry I missed it.
Really nice.
Wanted
it's
to
always
go.
good to see you there.
Yeah, well, like I said, we changed from the regular business name to LLC, and of course that means you have to get a new firearms license. And when you get a new firearms license, they want you to change stuff from your old books into whole new books. And we spent the day doing that. Yeah, so woohoo!
Not paperwork you can afford to.
No.
Fumble.
So, my wife Kathy, me, and John and Annie, we got there at 9:00 this morning. We stayed till 3:30 to get that done today. Ugh!
Thank God you had a day off.
Well, let's see. I've already put in 6 hours, and it's an hour to get here, 2 hours on the air, and then an hour to get home. So there's another 4. So my day off, I'm
only 10 hours.
9.5, 10 hours.
One of these days, you're going to be an overnight success after 28 years.
So
I'm waiting.
So a quick question from the Facebook crowd. I think it was Eric who put it up. He had a question about why you can't use your reloads in your CCW firearm.
That is because they don't want the liabilities. Believe it or not, on a CCW gun, they're really persnickety about even doing anything to the firearm itself, like putting
trigger jobs.
Changing a barrel because this barrel works better than your other barrel. Changing a trigger, like you said, action work. They don't want any of that. They wanted a bone stock gun because otherwise they will try and prove that you were going out of your way to shoot somebody, which is
potential
idiotic.
liability, and who needs it?
Yeah. So.
And the same thing is true with reloaded ammunition.
Yeah, because they don't want you to have anything off, shelves kind of stuff. They don't want extra hot to cause extra damage.
No one should have the upper hand.
So
go down, buy yourself the box of Hydra Shocks or Golden Sabers or whatever.
Federal Hydra Shocks are what I like. They're fantastic gun.
And they'll get it done. Trust me, they'll be fine.
Yeah. So there's that. Cool. Let's get to our friend Mark in Woodland Hills. Mark, how are you?
Hey, evening.
Comrades.
Yeah, comrades.
Konechno.
You know what? I just wanted to drop in here real quick about Sydney Sweeney. And the far left has found a new reason to hate her. Not only is she an attractive woman, but she's an amazingly good shot on the range.
Saw that video, yeah.
Last week I mentioned, if you'll recall, about BlackLine and, BlackRock and Larry Fink. And the news this week was that Klaus Schwab, our favorite, with the WEF, World Economic Forum, has been ousted because he was discovered to have been stealing funds. What a surprise. Well, he's been replaced by Larry Fink, who has publicly stated that his company's stance on gun control, particularly, the context of his investment practices, right, has been to force a gun-free investment product, and has been, I'm going to say, he's been harassing gun manufacturers and retailers. It's almost like debanking, as evil as that is. But, and they're looking for coding on purchases. We've all discussed that before. But this cannot be our future.
No.
They would. These are unelected individuals who would just who have a view of the world that you must follow. I wonder if their personal bodyguards are armed with bamboo sticks.
Oh, yeah, pencils and such. Yeah.
Well, it's like George Soros. Schwab is also keeping his son in place, just like Soros is doing with all of their shenanigans and anti-democratic practices.
You remember the left's motto: "Do as I say and shut the hell up about it."
Oh yeah.
It's all projection. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They're the kings of street theater as well, and I'm glad people are finding out finally that a lot of these protesters are paid to be there.
Oh yeah, I just thought about that today. Is that
on demand or whatever the companies are?
Every protest that's come about, the Tesla, the Palestine, the this, the that, the that.
The silent majority has got to wake up, get involved, or have your rights trampled. It's that simple, folks.
I agree.
I'll leave on that positive note.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks for the call. We'll talk to you later.
God bless y'all. Cheers.
Thank you,
Thanks,
sir.
Mark.
Okay, that opens up a line.
Call in 866-870-5752. If you're any of the new watchers or listeners or anything, give us a call. Give us a little tip on the show. Come on.
Mr. E says, I like the Hornady Critical Defense in my G19 for EDC. That brings up a good point in my head. We named several different kinds of ammunition. So much good stuff off the shelf. And what you want to do is to make sure that it functions in your firearm. So in addition to making sure that it does the job it's intended to do, please make sure that it works in the firearm that you choose, because especially if you're using a semi-automatic, sometimes some can be a little bit fiddly. So make sure that you're practicing.
Hollow points and semi-autos don't always mix, so make sure that you take yours out and practice with said firearm.
And pushing the safety angle.
That's what this show's about. It's about safety. Education is safety, and safety is education. Come on, folks.
All the years, I raised 4 boys, and people always say, well, how did you raise 4 boys? Did you have a lot of saves? Did you this? And what I always did is you unload it, you put it on the table, and you go, there it is. What do you want to know? And, for a second or two, it's like, oh, man, look at that. Who is it? Oh, that's it.
Oh, it's just a piece of cold hard metal sitting on the table. Okay.
When you take the excitement out of it, when you take the
mystique,
the worst thing you can do is see that gun. Don't you look at it? See that gun? Don't you touch it? Well, of course, especially little boys,
little fingers.
They're gonna as soon as you're turned your back, they're gonna have the butter knife out and they're gonna be picking your door.
Curiosity and temptation.
And so what you want to do, and what I did with mine was I put it on the table. Here it is. What do you want to know? And, of course, they pick it up, and, I train them right. First thing they do, they check it, make sure it's unloaded, make sure mag is out if it's a semi-auto, and they look at it, and they go, yeah, that's pretty cool. Thanks, Dad. And that was the end of it. And I didn't have any problems with them ever.
No. Just responsible firearms ownership. And by the way, use a baseball bat to hit baseballs, not club baby harp seals or turtles or something. It's the same thing. When you drive the car, please drive it down the street, stay in your lane, and don't be running over people at bus stops. I mean, honestly.
And don't go 55 in the fast lane. The other thing I always tell people is if you're going to have a firearm in your room, which is recommended, I have a couple. Because you just never know. And I'd rather not be shot for lack of shooting back.
Thanks.
I've got a couple on my nightstand, and what I did was get a dead bolt. Kids can't pick a dead bolt.
No, sir.
I mean, if they can, you got a whole other
super kid
other issue going. You, Harry Houdini Jr.
Hey, Dad.
I'll tell you. You know my lock picker.
I'm not gonna say that I didn't. My parents put a deadbolt on there. I'm not gonna say that I didn't figure that out. But you know what? I'm not teaching my kid those skills.
Well, there you go. Yeah, it's much more difficult to get into it. And to be honest, I like sleeping with a deadbolt because you never know.
Yeah.
And these indoor locks that they have are so you get through those things with just about anything.
Oh, anything, literally.
So
I just got asked a good question. This gentleman has a Colt 1911. That's a semi-automatic pistol. Will it harm the magazine to leave the ammo in it for a while? Now, that's a good question. We do get asked that with some regularity.
Every now and again. And it's called spring steel for a reason. And it will not, for a while, it will not harm it. Now, if you leave it in there for multiple years.
3-4 decades?
Yeah.
So we need a window to work with here.
Yeah, I mean, literally 5 years, 10 years, it may start to go flat. But I've had stuff loaded for a long, long time and had
worked just fine
for months and months and had no issues with it whatsoever. Again, it's called spring steel for a reason. It's not just your regular,
If
steel.
you're thinking about it, it's under tension when it's in the magazine unloaded. It's under tension when it's loaded. It's under tension. That's what it's meant to do. However, it also points out that you might want to take it out and go to the range and practice it, use it once in a while.
That was my next thing. Is if you're keeping a gun loaded for that long, shame on you. Go shoot it.
Go shoot it. Let's make sure those springs are working. Come on.
Yeah, absolutely. But for 6 months or whatever, you're going to be fine. It's no big deal.
We got 2 great online comments that I want to use just because they're so good. Melissa says, The mystery invites the mischief. Which, that's a great sentence. I thought I would shout that out. Mm-hmm. And Kirk says, hey, and oh, by the way, and this is important if you keep your firearm in your sock drawer or something like that, making certain that the gun is clean and making sure the gun is empty and clear. Clean it once in a while, because there's nothing like 18 years of lint.
Dust bunnies aren't part of the hunt.
Dust buffalo.
And guns only have two enemies, the government and rust.
There you go.
So, all right. Hey, guys, quick, what's the number?
866-870-5752.
When we get back, we got Mike and El Segundo. We got a couple other calls. We do have a couple lines open. Give us a call. You're listening to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network, baby.
And we'll be right back.
So Eric was also asking about sites. Can you update sites for your CCW, Red Dot, or is that also?
That depends on wherever. Every sheriff's department has different regs.
Okay.
Yeah, I know Riverside does not like anything but stock sites.
Okay.
I don't think they have any problem with like Trigicon
fiber optics or something like that.
But as far as like a Red Dot, you're pushing it because, now again, you're stepping into the, you're looking for something to shoot kind of a thing.
You can see, and it's not difficult to imagine an aggressive prosecutor, especially in a place like Southern California.
And let's face it, if you have to pull and shoot, it's going to be so fast you're never going to attain, you're never going to be able to turn that damn red.
Find a button. Okay, I want it a little bit hotter.
Hang on.
Yeah. Wait, I didn't go yet.
Oh, wait. Be right with you.
Absolutely right.
Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing. Welcome back, everybody. That's a little smoothie, isn't it?
Am I the only one that wants a shot of scotch and maybe a cigarillo?
Cigar, right? I tell you what, a couple of flip-flops and my feet up on overlooking the ocean. Welcome back, everybody, to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And let's get to our friend Mike and El Segundo. How you been, Mike?
Been okay, except for last Sunday was pretty terrible. I'll tell you about that. So that was Sunday, August 10th, 2025. And this is the reason why everyone should own a gun and know how to use it, have a first aid kit, have fire extinguishers, and have cash around available. And what happened was one of Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass's homeless people started a fire in some bushes right next to a big building. That big building was the AT&T Telecommunications Equipment Center in the Los Angeles Harbor Strip, right next to the city of Gardena. And that was on Vermont Avenue, just south of Alondra Boulevard. And it spread to two other AT&T buildings there. And it put out all of the cell phone service, the landline service, internet service, everything. You cannot call 911. The city of Gardena, I stopped by their police station that day to get more information. All their phones were down. Turns out the city of Redondo Beach, their 911 service was down. And the cell phones were out were not just AT&T cell phones, Verizon cell phones, other carriers, their cell phone service was out for a large area, including parts of Los Angeles, Gardena, other South Bay cities, because apparently the other carriers also, their data and calls go through that center as well. So imagine if you have an emergency, someone's breaking into your home or business, maybe you got a fire, someone's having a heart attack, and because of this homeless person from Karen Bass, because it was in the LA City, on that Harbor Strip piece of land, you cannot call anyone for help. You cannot call a neighbor, a relative. You cannot call 911. You cannot call area code 7-digit phone number for police or fire or ambulance. You cannot call a private ambulance company. This is really, really bad. Businesses could not process credit cards. You had to have cash on you. So I actually went after all this to a Jack in the Box. They can only take cash. Fortunately, I had cash on me.
But this is just incredibly unbelievable. The news media has been covering it up, that it was a homeless person. For example, KTLA TV Channel 5 just simply said on their website article that a rubbish fire started in bushes near the AT&T building. No, the fire was started by a homeless person in bushes immediately adjacent to the wall of that building. It was an older building. It was huge flames, huge response. I think it was over 100 fires, just unbelievable. So anyone who does not own a gun and ammunition and have the training to use it, actually they should have multiple guns, one for themselves at least, or multiple for himself and for other family members. You don't have first aid kit, you don't have fire extinguishers and know how to use those, you don't have cash. At any time, without even having to lose power, you could lose your entire ability to communicate with anyone via phone, text message, internet, any means. You cannot get any help whatsoever.
Yep.
So, and you won't hear much about this in the news. The news media covers this kind of stuff up, and this can happen repeatedly over and over in the future.
Yep. Finding ways.
It's going to, Mike. It's going to keep happening. And like we always say, when seconds count, cops are only 20 to 30 minutes away.
Exactly. Now imagine if, say, jihadist Muslim terrorists decide to do this kind of stuff on purpose in a coordinated attack, or maybe Communist China saboteurs in our country that came in across the border thanks to Joe Biden. I shouldn't say thanks to, I should say because of Joe Biden. That they can do a planned attack on very many of these data centers in the Los Angeles area, New York City, wherever, and if they can do it at the same time. Can you imagine the havoc, having very wide areas where no one can communicate with anyone else, including for emergency services?
Well, and you think about it, if they did something like that and shot us with an EMP...
Yeah, chaos would prevail.
Yeah, and because let's face it, Americans are so spoiled today that they wouldn't know whether to... or wind their watch. I mean, let's face it.
Oh, another thing is, even if, say, you can use your car, like I was able to, see, I was in Gardena at the time that this all happened. So it happened I think it was around 12:30 p.m. last Sunday, that all of a sudden my phone was not working, and I started talking to people, and internet, nothing was working. But even, say, if you have your car, a lot of people rely on Google Maps. They don't have a paper map book, right?
The old Thomas brothers, or
download the Google Maps, download them for offline use, so at least even if your phone will not communicate with the internet, you have no data available, at least offline with your GPS, you can still use the maps. But have something other than assuming you can always connect to the internet.
Yeah. Well,
again, like you said, we're so dependent on all these luxuries of the internet and electricity.
And when something like that happens, that's when the left are all going to show up at my stores.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I got to wait 10 days.
And imagine, by the way, Jeff, imagine if your store, you could not process credit cards or debit cards because one of the
if we can't do that, we can't do registrations either.
Right.
So.
That's right.
Yeah. So.
I mean, can you imagine the cost to businesses? And the news media is just covering this up. They're not even talking about it. But it was, I'm sure, a tremendous cost to businesses because a lot of people don't carry cash. They just carry credit or debit cards, or they use their phone to make payments. And this, like you mentioned, if there's an EMP attack, oh my God! The newer cars, even I'm not sure how far back you'd have to go to have a car that could survive an EMP attack. But the EMP, for people who don't know,
I got one or two.
Semiconductor electronics. It destroys integrated circuit chips and transistors.
If you got points in condenser, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have, say again.
If you have points in a condenser, then you're okay.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. And the coil, the inductor coil, right? That stuff should survive an EMP. Exactly. So kind of like my old 1975 model Honda 750 motorcycle and my 1978 Honda 750 motorcycle.
I had a 78 750. Is it a CB 750?
It was actually, the 750F, the Super Sport. It had the Comstar like mag wheels, but they're stamped steel, and the dual front disc brake and the rear disc brake. I think that was the first model Honda had.
Wow.
That had the dual front disc brake plus the rear disc brake on it.
Had a CB 360 too.
It was the hottest. Well, I had a 360. That was drum brakes front and rear. It was one with the pipes coming up the side. Yeah. But the Honda 750 I got, the 1978 model, was the Super Sport model, so dual front disc brake and rear disc brake. And it was like you get that motorcycle, or maybe you get a Kawasaki 900 at the time. Those were like the hot motorcycles. You could get a Kawasaki 750 two-stroke engine, but those are kind of like Widowmakers, just like the Kawasaki 500.
Yeah, I only had 2 of those.
Yeah, they'd accelerate really fast, and you could not just slow down on compression, just release.
They didn't stop, they didn't turn. The shocks didn't work.
My CB360, I was doing.
They handled horribly. I had a friend that had a Kawasaki 500, and then he got a 750 Kawasaki, and he let me ride them, and once was more than enough.
Y'all are crazy.
I rode it on a windy street near UCLA, just off Hildegard Avenue. It's one of those windy streets I rode it on, and it can accelerate really fast and go really fast, but it can't handle it all. And it was really dangerous.
Damn it, Mike, let me talk.
He had a CB360.
I had a CB360. And I was going over Azusa Avenue right by Gallister Park, and I had to be doing 75 and the chain broke.
Oh. Did it snap up and snap you in the spine?
It missed me. Yeah, but it ruined the seat. And I was only 14.
Oh. So you were
pushing in a real hurry. Mike, we're coming up on a break. We got to go. As always, good to talk to you.
Thanks for a great show. So I hope everyone takes what I said to heart, because they have no idea how close they are to total disaster and not being able to communicate with anyone by any means.
Yeah, okay.
Be prepared.
I couldn't agree with you more. And that goes for earthquakes or anything. Mike, we'll talk to you later.
Thank you. Take care, Jim.
God bless you.
All right, that opens up a line. What's the number, Jim?
866-870-5752. Again, that's 866-870-5752.
I tell you, that chain busting scared that.
Man.
Oh, man, just thinking about it kind of sent a little chill up my spine.
Because, again, I think I had Tommy Parker on the back. This is, no helmet days. I was in cut-off jean shorts.
Flip-flops?
No T-shirt. No, barefoot. Absolutely barefoot.
Man.
Yeah, and we were just screaming through Escovina, and oops, the chain broke. So what we did is, we were going downhill, so I rode that.
Better still.
Yeah, I rode that out as far as I could, and then we pushed it off the side of the road as fast as we could. So we did, had a lot less chance of getting caught on the little side street pushing than we did going down Azusa Avenue.
Whose mic was it?
I don't remember.
Statute of limitations is expired.
It was mine, as far as I'm concerned.
For that day.
For that hour, anyway, yeah. I may have borrowed it incorrectly. I don't know. Liberated it?
It's liberated.
I liberated it for an hour.
Yearning to be free.
Yeah. It was just asking for it. So I said, okay, fine.
Okay, we're getting a bunch of shout-outs for the movie Heat, of course.
Yeah.
And a vote for one of the worst being The Gauntlet.
The Gauntlet.
Which is where the bus gets shot 10,000 times.
Oh. That's Clint Eastwood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We're still taking submissions for the best and the worst.
And the worst. And what's the number?
Again, you guys are going to want to call in 866-870-5752.
All right. And our second
power
packed hour, it's nothing but phone calls. Give us a call. You're listening to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslingers Syndicated Radio Network.
And if you got to go now. We're going on a break.
Yeah. The Opus Venator. Venator. So it's a 9mm new pistol from Austria by Opus. And reduced muzzle flip, low bore access, and lightweight slide, and minimalized recoil for faster target acquisition.
Who is this? Looks like a Walther. Everything looks like a Walther.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Just
the glare's so bad I can barely make it out. Is it California compliant?
I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna double check, but I got a
do
shout.
that because I don't know that it is.
I don't know, Mark. Do you know if it's California okay yet, or I think that was from
or ever
Max Claymore. All right,
run, Jimmy, run. There.
Okay.
We have so many hits for people doing the what to do when the lights go out. We should consider doing a bug out bag segment sometime. Yeah. What should you have? Because that's increasingly that's a real deal. Just grid failures and things like that. Let alone Dark Hands and Dark Things.
As long as I'm home, I'm staying put. I got more than I'd be plenty fine. Because I'm prepared, damn it.
Shelter in place.
Yep.
Run, hide, fight. Oh, that's what they should do if they come to your house.
It's just, they'll run and hide. Don't bother fighting.
Nomination for the best, according to Johnny R., The Wild Bunch, and Open Range. I think everybody likes, especially the beginning to that Open Range final shoot-off. That's a shootout.
You're the one that shot my friend, and I enjoyed it, too.
Bang!
Especially that guy, that actor. I can't stand that guy.
The great casting.
Yeah.
But then, Johnny, that's got that mixture of what a great first shot. Don't know who the heck is waiting, you guys, right? But then the shotgun with the blowing the guy backwards.
Oh, yeah. And he does the little dog kick. Yeah. Remember, guys, every action has an equal and opposite
reaction.
So if he shot that guy and he blasted up against that wall, that means that Bobby D is going to do the same thing going the other way.
I've always watched a lot of Law and Order. Like, they have so many different ones. And anytime anyone's ever shot, it's always either they're dead instantly or there's no hole, there's a bit of blood, but it's never ever like...
They're going on for 20 minutes, bleeding out, gurgling.
Yeah,
and
I always remember The Lost Boys?
Yeah.
When they talk about killing vampires? Everyone's different. That's kind of people, too.
Yeah, and it just seems like it's always the standard.
Yeah.
On those type of TV shows where they come to the crime scene, there's not really much blood anywhere. I understand it's TV, but...
Well, that's TV.
How about, what was the show I was watching? They kept... The Blacklist. You got these FBI agents going, no body armor, going into the room first. Yeah, you got the entire HR team. These guys are all armored up. They're carrying M16s, and they got body armor and shields. Those guys are way in the back because, by golly, you got to put the handsome guy and the cute girl through the door first.
Yeah.
Nobody's slicing pies. They're just...
Although I do remember a time my alarm went off at my very first location. And I won't mention the name of Glendora PD, but they actually let me go in first and clear the store.
They let you clear?
Yeah, I cleared the store. They waited outside. Of course, I did have a Benelli M1 Super 90.
Well, first of all, you might have been better equipped and had more experience than they did. There's got to be some liability attached. No, you go ahead and do it.
Yeah. We'll wait here.
That's a great story.
That is true as can be.
Hold on. Let me call a couple of my friends.
The funniest part of the whole thing, I went around the back of my store to check the back door, and it was untouched. So I was like, okay. So I got Jimmy with me, and we're going out. And I got to go out the little back alley, make a right turn, and I'm telling Jimmy, this is what we're going to do. When I get in the front, I'm going to hit 911 on this phone. You hit send if you hear noises, and then get the heck out of here. And if you don't, then don't. And I kind of blew through the turn.
No,
yeah, this ain't
just
nice.
rocking.
So I blew through the turn, and I cut some guys off. And they were going to the gym next door. So they pull in, they honk at me, and they pull in. Well, I pull in right behind them. They park, and I parked right behind them. I wasn't paying any attention to them because I'm thinking about what could happen here. And these guys, they get out of the car, and they're like, and then I get out with the M1 Super 90. They were diving back in.
Brief conversation.
I got muscles. Well, I got this.
And then right after that is when the PD showed up, and they said, well, we'll follow you in. It's like they never actually entered the store until I turned the lights on after I was cleared out.
What do you think about the CZ Shadow 2 carry? I think it might be my next EDC, that or maybe the HK PDP.
I have not shot one. CZ is a special taste that I don't have. I don't like that itty bitty little slide.
The Petters, the so-called Petters design slide, where the slide itself.
This is us. Go. Raised on promises. I don't remember the words anymore.
I let you handle it.
Somewhere else. After all, it was a great big world with lots of benches to run to. Yeah, fine feet. Not the middle of the reach. I don't remember. But welcome back, everybody. Little right. Tom Petty ruination right there. Oh, man. I used to know the words to everything. What has happened to me?
You know what? You had a lot on your plate. Something, you know how you learn something new, you have to push something else out? You're getting bombarded.
Apparently so, because I used to actually know how to play that song. I think it's an A. I don't even remember it anymore. I think that da-lump, bump, bump, ba-lump, bump, bump.
Yep.
I think that's, is that G to A, that bump, bump, bump?
I don't remember the key. For me, I can assure you it's a whole step down. I'm going F to G.
Yeah, fair enough. Welcome back, everybody, to Gunslingers Radio on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
That's right, from San Francisco to San Diego, from LA to Phoenix to Vegas. We're all over the damn place.
All over the place, all over the internet. We have YouTube, Rumble, X, Facebook Live, everyone on there right now. Thank you so much, and thank you for hitting that like button. And for everyone commenting, I have over here, it looks like someone new to the Digby Reardon. Best shootout, end shootout in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Worst John Wick 4 stairs sequence.
That one's long. I like that. I love the John Wick movies, but you got to take them for what they are.
They're.
I mean, I love when
fantasy.
he does. I love when he does the Bela Lugosi with the coat lapels.
Yeah.
It's like, bullets don't really work that way because the jacket doesn't even flap as
right.
he's, and it's like, okay. But I agree with you. I wouldn't call it the worst, but the staircase thing when he has to go up is really long.
Really long, yeah.
And again,
extended.
There's nothing can kill the man. He's shot, he's stabbed, he's hit by cars.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, multiple times.
Some of that stuff, I've had some of those things happen, and I seem to recall them hurting
a lot.
Me wanting to stop and go home or seek medical aid.
I don't remember getting up and going, where's the next one?
Okay. Let's kill the next 18 guys.
And?
Let's get to Al in Walnut Creek. Al, what can we do for you?
Hey, guys. Nice show. Thank you.
Oh,
thanks, Al.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I was visiting one of my liberal friends, a very small number of them, the other day, and the fellow who's my friend says, hey, let me show you this gun that my dad left me. And he pulls out this gun. It's a 1911. It's a 1943 Union switch and signal.
Nice.
And we looked at it, and I know only a little about guns, and the numbers on the various parts don't match. So I'm going to assume that means that it's probably been through armory. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that's usually the armory. Yeah,
the armory. Anyway, my question is, should he? And the thing is gorgeous. Okay, it's absolutely beautiful. It's probably got about 47 atoms of rust on it. I mean, it's just beautiful. Should he take this to a gunsmith before putting it into service?
If he feels uncomfortable with it, go ahead. There's nothing going to be wrong with it. They'll take it and they'll field strip it, make sure there's no broken bits, pieces, or missing things. And I'm sure they'll test fire it for him, so he'll at least know that he's got a functioning and gun that won't harm him. So I don't think that's a problem. I mean, would I? Probably not.
It's just you guys, if you've probably seen dozens of these things. But it's in jaw-dropping condition. I mean, the patina on the metal is just great.
Well, just
good.
Make sure you tell him don't clean it. If you're going to get it clean, make sure you take it to a professional guy that really knows what he's doing to get those little itty-bitty pieces. Because
that firearm by itself has...
a Union switch and signal in today's world can go anywhere from, poor condition, $700-800 to really good condition, $3,000 to $4,000. So.
Oh yeah, he knows it's valuable. I told him it's a $2,500 gun.
That's a good call.
But no, I'm not trying to snake it away from him or anything.
I didn't think so. I'm just saying. So the problem is a lot of times people get these and they think, oh man, this looks kind of bad. I'll just take it and scrub it, and I'll ruin the finish. Or I'll get it re-blued, and it's not like painting a car. You repaint a car, you make the car worth more. You re-blue a gun, you've made it worthless.
Yeah.
So so there's that.
Or consider buying him a really nice Smith & Wesson or Rock Island Armory or something like that.
Yeah,
put that thing in a window box.
Yeah,
or a shadow box.
Yeah, or a safe, well protected, because they are getting harder to find. Go ahead.
He's got the government holster with it too. I mean, the thing is
it's getting better.
Beautiful, just beautiful.
Even the magazines can be valuable.
Tell them keep it out of the holster. Leather is not good for finishes.
Okay.
All right.
Just looking for those tidbits of advice.
Of course.
Good show, guys.
Thank you, sir. That's what we do, and I'm glad we could help you out.
Yeah, thanks for the call.
Al, thanks, and we'll talk to you later.
God bless you.
Be well. Thank you.
You too. Bye-bye.
Switch and signal. Cool.
Yeah, switch and signal. One of the many bizarro, World War II guns. Yeah.
Man, if you had a stamping press anywhere in your factory, you were turning out something for the U.S. government.
Of course, the gold standard of 1911s for World War II, especially, is the Singer.
A freaking sewing machine company.
The sewing machine, same company.
How about for carbines?
Oh,
got to be the Rockola.
Well, no, it's the Pedersen, actually.
Well, that's because those things were never approved, right?
There's some that say yes or some that say no. They're kind of all over the board, but they are probably the rarest.
I had one that did come over in a sea bag. So it was issued.
Yeah. We've had, I think we had a Pedersen in a June auction.
Yeah, I think
it went for several $1,000s. Oh, yeah. So, it was very nice. And then, of course, the Garand, the first two companies was Springfield was the majority maker, and Winchester. And then Winchester went through a few provisions, let's just say. They were making them a little soft, and they were blowing up.
Yeah.
And then they got I was going to say a text. they got a
sharply worded
cable from a one and only George S. Patton, claiming that if one more of your guns blows up on one more of my boys, I will personally show up and blow your brains out. And that went to the president of Winchester. So they recalled everything that they could, and they came out with what was now called the Win 13. And I believe these are double heat treated. I don't remember exactly because I'm not that big on the history of it, but I have a Win 13 and it shoots like a dream.
Hey, look at that.
And they're also worth a lot of money. So
yeah,
there's that. Hey, you know what? Let's get to our friend in Ohio, Rick.
Hey,
how are you, Rick?
Hey, Rick, evening.
Hey, guys. How are you all tonight?
Hanging in there. What's going on?
Captain Rick.
We were talking about silly gunfights in movies, and we take the Western genre, and we've seen it several times.
Oh, yeah.
Where the hero or somebody will pull a pistol from a holster and shoot the man without aiming, from the hip, and hit him in the shoulder, or wound him or kill him.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, when they get in a gunfight with long guns, they can shoot a lead mine and never hit anybody.
Yeah, I know.
That's true.
My favorite is when they shoot the gun out of
the hand.
We spoke about that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, shoot a gun out of somebody's hand. I'd like to see that done once.
Yeah.
From the hip at 40 yards.
Right?
Well, and, one of the biggest crimes in the Western genre on TV is our favorite show, the Chuck Connors, the Rifleman. I mean, first off, this is the world's first televised mass murderer,
psychopath. Serial
he's
killer.
a serial killer. He kills at least one person a week. And then to be able to, he puts it down on his lower leg and just racks. Of course, he's got a screw through the
trigger guard.
Yeah, through the trigger guard
works
on that
the trigger every time
lever.
He closes it.
Yeah, which only works occasionally, and you never see him fix it one way or the other.
Ever.
So it magically works when he needs it.
It's there.
He's a single father, psychopath, gunsmith.
Yeah,
this guy, he kills 1,800 people in the course of that show.
I think the show went 5 years. You figure 30 shows, so that's 150 shows, right? If I do my math right. So at least 100. He killed at least 150 people because he always gets at least one per show.
At least.
Sometimes 2 or 3.
Sometimes he's taking out a whole gang.
Well, and the closing scenes of the Magnificent Seven and the Wild Bunch are just classic.
Oh yeah,
I mean the Wild Bunch is classic. I mean those machine gun they captured never missed anybody. I don't think.
No. I swear every time I watch that scene, I feel like I need a shower. It's so gritty.
It is. That is pretty gritty.
Well, anyway. Go ahead.
I will call back when George is on. I have a couple questions for him.
That'll be next week. All right, Rick. Thanks again. We'll talk. We'll talk to you next week.
Can't wait.
Okay, you guys have a good week. And
you
thanks
too.
for the show, and love you guys.
Thank you, sir. Same to you.
God bless you.
Good night, Rick.
Bye-bye.
He's up. That boy's up late if he's calling in.
Oh yeah.
This is, remember our lemon pie lady?
Oh yeah.
And I keep forgetting every week to throw a Roy Orbison. So here you go.
Look at that. It's for you, Bobby.
And by the way, this is my favorite. Hello. Oh, you wish me well. You couldn't tell. I'm not hitting the rest of those notes.
Yeah.
You're listening to Gunslingers Radio on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
I'm not yodeling. We'll be back right after this. That guy was an amazing voice, but he is very difficult to do.
Boy.
In the movie The Professionals, Lee Marvin is strapped with a 1911 and a 38 Colt.
That's right.
GA. How many times did Marvin shoot the 1911?
I don't, you know what?
Minutia.
I don't think I've ever seen The Professionals. I've shot matches that were dedicated to The Professionals, but I don't think I've ever seen the movie.
It's better than the Wild Bunch.
Is it? Oh.
But I don't know the exact number. Wallaby Jack says, oh, this is a good one, Jack. My favorite gunplay is the slap fest with the gambler in Trinity Is Still My Name. The Bud Spencer, come on, who's the other guy? Those are pretty funny movies.
Oh, Terrence something.
So I want to say Stamp, but it's not.
No, and the guy could speak no English whatsoever.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just horrible, and terrible actor too.
But good-looking guy with the blue eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's got one of the funny scenes where they're shooting the glasses in the bar, and the bullets stop at the glasses.
Yes, I got a lot of living to do. Whole lot of loving to do. Come on, baby. Making fun it takes two. Oh, yes, I got a lot of living to do.
Ooh.
Whole lot of loving to do. What I do better than you. Say that 3 times fast.
No thanks.
In the Milky Way tonight, and the way you act, you're never gonna know it's there. Welcome back, everybody, to Gunslingers right here on. Thanks for not turning that off, right?
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
But it just left me hanging out there with nothing to go on. All right, let's get back to the phone, and all the way up in Auburn, Washington. Jake Reno, how are you, Jake?
Hey, Jake.
Hey, how's it going, Dallas?
Good. What's happening?
Sir.
Well, I just got back from Idaho in the Northwest Regionals.
How'd you do?
How'd you do?
I won the duelist class.
I knew that. That's what I was starting to say.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. Ran into some more guys from down there, from down south.
Yeah, you did. The whole bunch are up there.
Yeah.
Moose, Molasses Moose, Razorback, Maverick, Deadeye Maverick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so a few of them.
Clint was up there in Sassy.
Yeah, Deadeye Maverick and Not So Deadeye, I think that they've hit just about every match in every state at this point. That's all they do is travel.
Love it. You know what? Living their best life.
Absolutely amazing. Yeah. How cool is that? Yeah. So how was the match?
It was good. It was a really good match. It was big targets, pretty close. Mm-hmm. Probably the closest targets I've ever seen. But I still managed to miss a couple.
That's one of the things I love the most about cowboy action shooting. If you think it's too easy, go faster.
And screw it up.
So it wasn't too bad. There was 160 shooters.
Okay.
Good show.
For regional, I don't know if that's good or not, but
in today's world, that's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. So I came in 57th overall.
Congratulations.
Nice. And shooting one-handed, that's pretty darn good. Mm-hmm.
Shooting double duelist, so I did all right.
How cool.
Cool deal,
Absolutely.
All right, well, good deal. Who
won?
Yeah, who won overall?
Damascus John.
Oh, surprise. Not that guy can flat shoot.
Yeah.
He's really fast.
Nice young man, too.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Well, congrats on coming in first. And you ever going to get it down to in the trail down in Arizona?
I don't know. Think
I-
about it. The guy asked me today that I rode with over there, and I said, I don't know. Just don't know, but yet.
We think you should.
I think you should. You know, give me somebody to hang out with.
Hey.
Seriously.
All right, very good. Hey, Jake, as always, thanks for the call.
Thanks, Jake.
You're welcome.
We'll talk to you soon.
God bless you.
Congratulations.
Bye-bye. Well, Jake Reno, I think he's the only Reno brother still shooting. I think so.
No, obviously he's holding the flag high.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Good job.
So we bring up the John Wick movies and all that, but Johnny brought up that Jason Bourne from the Bourne movies kind of has the same immortality.
Well, it's Hollywood.
Yeah, but again, like we like to say that, Hollywood kind of makes you kind of invincible at times, but that guy's jumping through windows, rolling through this and that.
Well, I think, what is it? Is it 2 or 3 when Winston shoots John Wick and he flies off the roof?
Yes.
And all the way, boom, 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 and then he gets up.
Dusted himself off.
Yeah, him and Maxwell Smart. They
Stretching physics a little bit, man.
A lot of bit. It's a little bit redonkulous.
And I know one movie that kind of rubs you kind of the wrong way, especially because it's in the cowboy era, but The Quick and the Dead.
Ugh.
Oh,
I hate that movie.
Anyone's watching online, the face.
It's so dumb.
That's pretty bad.
The holes where you can see.
I was thinking about that, especially the caliber they use, and you fit a fist through them.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
How about the Ballad of Buster Scruggs?
I've never seen that all the way through. I've only seen clips.
You don't. There are a couple of segments. It's a series of vignettes, and you kind of don't need to see them all.
No,
for my money,
you can watch them in short bursts.
But the Buster Scruggs, the gunfight in the bar, the shot behind his back as the guy's reaching for the rifle. The gunfight is pretty funny. And in the gambling event
where he's stepping on the plank in the floor. And so he's got a pistol.
The guy's got him dead to rights. He's holding a gun in a bar where you're not supposed to have guns, so he of course hung his guns up.
Yes, because he's a gentleman. But he's got him dead to rights, and
you got to see the scene.
Okay.
And so he is standing a good deal away from him, and instead of drawing on him or
he's got nothing to draw.
He has nothing to draw. He's empty-handed. He steps on the floorboards, and the pistol hits him in the hand, the pistol hand, and he just continuously fires into his own head over and over, and it's just like he was dead on the first. Let's say that.
Yeah.
And it did, and just the campiness of it all.
It's campy, but it's enjoyable.
It's so good.
A little overkill is what you're going
for. So that whole movie's got some great gunplay, even though it is fantasy based.
What is the name of the actor that plays in that?
Oh,
he played a couple different. I will look it up because I like it.
Oh Brother, Where Art
Yes,
Thou?
he is.
He plays the goofy little guy.
He plays the newest iteration of Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I do like that. Oh brother, where art thou?
Oh man,
when they're talking about
homemade.
This place isn't this place just a geological oddity? It's 2 weeks away from everything. That's a great line. Or when they're talking about when they if I hadn't tried to escape, I'd get out in the next 6 months.
Tim Blake Nelson.
That's it.
Tom Waits was in that movie. God bless him.
In In
The Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I
haven't
love
seen
me
that
some
one,
Tom Waits. So that's awesome. So that's pretty cool.
Yes. What's his name? The
Buster Scruggs.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
But when he's in the other one and he's talking about and he turns and he says, I'd be 82 by the time I get out. Wow, I'll only be 81. His look on life is so great. I just love that character.
There's a bright side to everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was also an Old Henry, Johnny's.
Yes. Old Henry. Have you seen that?
I have not. This is where he's really Billy the Kid. Right?
Yeah, it is so dumb. I mean, guys, just if you're gonna make westerns, make them good. I know Johnny loves that movie. I can't stand that movie.
How about Tom Horn?
Love Tom Horn with Steve McQueen.
Steve McQueen.
Yeah, absolutely love that movie. It was pretty close to realistic too. You know, the only bummer is that the guy's struggling with cancer at the time, and watching him run when those guys chase him down and whip him with the rope. Oh, I'm sure they had to have used a stunt double for that, but man, that's tough to watch.
Yeah.
Especially knowing what was he was going through, but. Well, that was a downer.
Okay, wait. We're doing gunfights. Flyboys. World War I. Kind of the story of Frank Luke, who is I'm an av geek, right? He's Frank Luke was one of the real heroes of the First World War. He shot down, I want to say, help me out here, 21 aircraft in 17 days.
Wow!
And then
productive.
Very, very productive before the Germans. He got shot down and was, depending on which story you buy, the Germans surrounded him on the ground and he pulls out his Colt and went to work on the ground troops, which is a little bit of a mistake. But anyway, this movie, that's how we really got past it. In this movie, there are a bunch of flying sequences, and every time they touch off a machine gun, there is a long stream of smoke behind each bullet. And that's a little bit hard to watch if you've ever seen how that stuff really works.
Well, somebody brought up the Magnificent Seven. The Magnificent Seven, forever and a day, will always stick in my mind because of the way every bullet sounds. It's different than any other movie, and it's this.
Are they Transformers?
No matter what they shoot, it's it's like, what the heck?
Transform and roll out.
It's a great movie. A little, a couple of the guys getting it the way they did. The guy with the knife, Charles Coburn or whatever.
James Coburn. Yeah.
James Coburn. Yeah, when he gets shot and the knife. The knife. It's like, really, you're going to throw a switchblade at two guys going by you on a horse?
Well, he's the guy that could do it because you remember he outdrew, and this goes back to how guys die. He outdrew the guy, and the guy expired quietly.
Yeah,
which theoretically could happen. In a universe in which everything is 2 weeks away from any place.
Maybe if the guy had a heart that was just the size of
baby. I got a pea heart.
All right, guys. You know what? You're listening to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslingers Syndicated Radio
And when we get back, we got Robert in Valley and Edward in Riverside. We'll get to you guys as soon as we get back, which will be in just a minute.
Yes, sir.
In the house of love, I know the dream that you're dreaming of.
Okay, so one of...
Oh, I think he's playing Buster Scruggs. Oh, he was.
That's solid.
So, one character in all the movies, and he's had multiple movies, and he's always been an excellent shot. James Bond. Always.
Dropping guys with the PPK, yeah?
Yeah. Little 380, which originally was...
His would have been a 32. He was started with a Beretta 25.
Yeah.
And then somebody apparently got to Ian Fleming and said, dude.
Yeah.
Come on.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, not happening. You're going to leave welts with people in there.
It pissed somebody off.
Yeah.
Huh?
I couldn't resist using that clip going out.
He played a Buster Scruggs clip.
That is, honestly, that's a pretty enjoyable little 8 minutes of film.
Oh, man. I only catch it in segments. I have never sat down and watched the whole movie, but I've watched segment after segment.
I've never seen it on television, but I've seen it on like reels and stuff.
Yeah.
A bazillion different clips.
And who is the guy? One of the great lines in all of movie making. Who's the guy? Who's the same guy from Flyboys? Help me out here. The guy who tries to rob the bank and gets caught, and they're going to hang him, and they got like 3 guys going to get hung, and he's got the rope around his neck. 3 guys are, and they're all up on a stool, going to get kicked out from under him. And this one guy's crying and praying, and he looks over and goes, "First time."
There's no better. There's no better response. No better response. So I pulled up the 50 best shootouts.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, Raiders of the Lost Ark. 2, Commando. 3, Wild Blood.
Raiders of the what shootout is in Raiders?
Raiders of the Lost Ark, where he pulls the gun with the guy in the whip.
It's a one shot. That's not a shootout.
But it's a great surprise to everyone.
Scene, granted, but that's not a shootout.
That ain't much of a shootout. It's not a shootout if only one guy has it.
Yeah, and only one shot fired.
Dillinger. Hard Boiled, Death Wish 3. I gotta watch all the Death Wish movies.
Which Dillinger movie? Dillinger.
It's titled Dillinger from 1973.
Oh, with Warren Oates. Okay, yeah, that's a good
Warren
movie.
Oates, Ben Johnson, Michelle Phillips.
The remake, the remake of
Depp?
Bonnie and Clyde. The what do they call it? The Huntsman. What were they calling it? The Kevin Costner and Woody Harrelson version. Yeah. That was the Highwayman.
Highwayman.
That was a crackling good movie. Yeah, when he goes into the gun store and says, "I'd like to look at that Colt Monitor and that Thompson there and a couple of M45. Well, which one do you want?" All of them.
Can you imagine?
I don't know how Star Wars the original Star Wars, made it on this list, but I think it's the only reason is for the Han Solo firing in.
Well,
I think that's the only.
Han is a great shot.
Everybody else
couldn't hit the ground with a bucket.
I want to see the training montage of all those stormtroopers, and they're just going around blindfolded.
Somebody like the Indiana Highway Patrol or the Indiana State Police did a thing where they're trying to teach gun safety, and it's one of their firearms instructors and a stormtrooper, and he keeps moving the guy closer and closer to the target. And finally, he's like from medium, and he misses. Yes. The guy's really.
They have Scarface on here.
Scarface is pretty solid. Say hello to my little friend.
Hello to my little friend.
And all those guys with all that Cold War iron breaking into the estate at the end. You got FNs and Sten guns and Sterlings.
Well, the opening scene to Saving Private Ryan is pretty intense.
Oh, I mean,
it's not really a shootout per se, but I mean it's pretty intense.
That whole opening scene is just. I think that's a good for brutal.
Whole bunches of. Oh, here we go. And I'll kiss you tomorrow. I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll write home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. Welcome back, everybody, to Gunslingers, right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
He always gets a knock for being a poor guitar player, John Lennon. But that's him doing those. I don't know if they're triplets or quads, but those are triplets. Man, he through that whole song, he's cooking.
Well, and people always give Ringo a hard time for
great drummer.
There's actually a test of trying to keep like a certain pattern that he does in some songs, and people like mock it until they try it. Yeah, and then they see that he's got such a rhythm and an ear that it's hard to replicate.
And it was different too. He was right for what they did.
Yeah.
But I have to remind you of the same story that some starstruck journalist says to John Lennon: "Is Ringo the greatest drummer in the world?"
He's not even the best drummer in this room. All right, let's go to Ed out in Riverside. How are you, Ed?
Evening, Ed.
I'm doing pretty well, thank you. How about you all?
Hanging in there.
Well, sir. Good to hear.
All right. Well, I was trying to keep up with all the movies you were listing. The one that you said, well, the gunfights are a little Hollywood, but it's a good movie, and I didn't catch the name of that one, but and then there was a Steve McQueen one.
Tom Horn, yeah.
Anyhow, I wanted to say, and this could have been said last week on the anniversary show, but we all learn something every week. But I, for one, almost always get a laugh out of something on the program. Never without a smile, and generally a good laugh.
Love to hear it.
It's a shame because we're trying to be serious.
Pardon?
I said that's a shame because we're trying to be serious.
Very, very.
Well, some of the calls are funny, and people say things that are funny, and you guys do too, and there's nothing wrong with that. Humor is good for us all.
Absolutely. He was just kidding you, Ed.
Yeah, thanks, Ed. Yeah, I was kidding.
And my question, the man with the vintage 1911, the Union switch and signal, and then at the end you said, well, don't keep them in leather. And that made me wonder if there's any kind of leather conditioning that you should treat your gun leather with or should not. I use Lexol on my boots and shoes. What else? What's good? There's neat's foot oil and. Well, yeah, neat's foot oil. When you say that, I immediately think of baseball gloves.
Right? Oh yeah.
Neat's foot's good, but it will color your. It will turn your leather dark. Yeah. Anything that you use on a saddle. Saddle soap, anything like that should be just fine on it. I'm not a big, outside of my cowboy stuff, which I, unfortunately never touch. I don't really do, I don't use leather for holsters because, I usually carry concealed and they get sweaty and they, leather has products in it.
There's all kinds of acids used in the tanning process.
Yeah, and it tends to leach onto your gun, and it will, and I mean, holster wear
is by itself.
Real thing.
Yeah, is so much more prevalent with a leather holster than say a Kydex or anything like that, because they have that kind of clip-in feel where leather just slides in and then you run the thing over the top and button it down. But I would probably go with like a saddle soap or something. Go to Boot Barn or something and get a good leather cleaner / conditioner. That should work just fine for you.
Okay,
all right.
Thank you.
Of course.
I've been using Lexol for years, and it's real good for the shoes. I haven't tried it on holsters or anything.
Well, does it change the color of your shoe?
Does it darken?
It does when you put it on, but as it soaks in, the color comes back to its natural color.
Sounds to me like it'll be okay.
Be careful that there's not water in it, because again, water is, if a lot of these things, saddle soaps and things like that, do have a water content, and we're back to that's the stuff that'll cause rust.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Lexol is an emulsion, and it may have water in it.
Well,
it's
check the contents.
It's water based. It's not an oil. It's
okay.
Anyhow.
Then let it dry real good before you put your gun back into it. All righty.
Okay. All right.
Thanks,
Thank
Ed.
you.
Okay, we'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Ed. God bless.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Flip side of this is, of course, the firearm. If you're going to use the firearm as a tool, it's okay to treat it as a tool. And if you've got your SIG P, your 365 or your Hellcat or something like that, it's okay to have the finish abraded a little bit because you're using it. Just, wipe it off and don't figure it's going to be a showpiece. Figure it's going to be something you're working hard. My favorite hammer's pretty beat up.
Well, yeah, but your favorite hammer isn't worth $3,500 to $4,500.
No, that's why we're moving from the polymer frame pistol to a Union switch and signal.
Let's jump over to Robert in San Fernando. What can we do for you, sir?
Good evening, Robert.
How are you gentlemen doing tonight?
Good.
Another wonderful night.
I am glad. I called a couple of weeks ago to ask you about, I'm getting into like doing black powder brass shells. And we were at the last part of the thing, and you're like, where should I go to talk? I want to talk to someone hands-on.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm asking you guys a question.
Okay.
Go ahead. Oh,
that is a question. Where is the place to go?
Oh, I thought he was talking about us.
I could go talk to get the wads and stuff, and
Boy, in today's world,
because of you explained earlier, but go ahead and explain it again for somebody listening.
Yeah,
black powder itself.
Well, what it is, I have, I have all these brass shells, and I want to take them and put, you put the wad in, and 11 millimeter wads, and this and that. And I like to just talk to someone if they're still around. I remember buying black powder handguns that someone had at Glendale like 20 years ago.
That would have been the muzzle loader.
The muzzle loader, exactly.
Down on, yes.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. That was my question from 3 weeks ago.
They're long gone.
Yeah, they're gone. Yeah, they're gone. And there used to be a guy in Glendora. His name was Life, Lief, but he pronounced it Life. And he had a little muzzle loading shop, and he was really up on it. He actually worked at the muzzle loader, and he's no longer with us. And so that place is gone. I honestly don't know anywhere to go outside of maybe going to an outdoor range and go to the people that work there and ask them if they ever have a black powder day. There's clubs.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's clubs out there.
Jeff, I actually had to look up what ACP looked from. I sat there, I'm like, someone's going to look at it. I'm like, well, I should know this.
Yeah. And now you do.
There, and I'm like, okay, I'm Googling it.
You know what? A lot of people did.
Absolutely. That's what we're for.
I'm trying to think and this and that, and I'm like, I don't know. By the way, I switched from my iPad. I put you up on the TV. I went through your auction catalog.
Nice.
And wow.
All right.
My buddy, I'm leaving Wednesday for about a month. And my buddy says, okay, I'm done with. His daughter is going into college. He's like, I'm moving to Florida, St. Petersburg, Brighton Beach. And he goes, we got to get stainless steel guns for the boat.
That's not a bad move.
No, but there's quite a few in here.
Yes, there is.
So I'm sitting there looking at a few. I'm like, okay, so I will sit down with him. I'll be calling to do like a phone bid or whatever.
Yeah, phone bid, seal bid. Maybe I'll get
any Marine coat Mossbergs.
You may be talking to Jimmy if you're a phone bidder.
No, I'm going to talk to Jim. No, I bought several several times from you.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying that maybe we'll just be phone friends now.
Yeah, no. I really, there's some stuff in here that, like we want, because it's like we're moving the boats and everything out of the lake house down to Florida. Because he decided that, there's a hurricane thing. I get 100 feet of like Channel Island verbiage or something. I mean, not verbiage. So you put boat lifts and stuff. So I have a list. So on the 14th is the day after the last annual pig roast in Antioch, Illinois. We're going to have
okay. All right, very good.
You guys are smoking awesome, and you guys are talking about the worst movies and gun this and that. I sat and thought about it. My worst reaction with a gun is I was at my property up in Lake Erie, and I literally I had a Smith & Wesson lightweight. I put varmint rounds in it, and literally I walked up on a rattlesnake 2 feet away, pulled the first trigger, and the gun jammed.
Oh. That happens with those capsules.
Yeah.
But because in super fine print, it was like, do not put these in a lightweight firearm.
Great.
So that's my word. That's my word. As a movie, whatever. And then that little guy sat there and mocked me. And I'm like, okay, no,
stuck his tongue out at you.
Whatever.
That's
I
it.
went and said, what do I have? I grabbed the Beretta with 2 clips and I loaded 2 clips into that thing.
Wow.
Not laughing now.
No.
Not so much.
Unless you're a stormtrooper.
Literally, it's one of those things like, what's the worst night? What's the worst thing? Gunfight. Well, pull the trigger and a revolver jam.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on with this?
Yeah.
That is the worst sound.
At least you could throw it.
Yeah.
No, but it was literally because I literally almost stepped on it. And I whipped out, I dropped my stuff, whipped it out, boom, and the adrenaline rush, and it was just like, it jammed, and I was like, you got to be kidding me.
No. You're lucky that you hit it because they're not a real big target. Those snakes. So.
No. But what it is, ever since, this was a few years ago, and I'm like, okay, I calmed down. It was just like literally because I wasn't wearing snake boots. I was walking, and I literally came up on this thing, and the thing turned around. I'm like, oh, geez.
Yeah.
That's not a good feeling.
No. Nope. Robert, we're coming up at a break. We got to go. Thanks for the call.
You know what, though? Absolutely, I'm going to call you about the 360 hosters.
Okay.
You said leather's not good. And, that'll be another time, another couple of weeks. You guys are really awesome. Thank you, Jeff, Mark, and Jimmy the Gent. I appreciate you guys. I listen to you guys every Sunday. And then I love you guys, your pop-ups on YouTube.
They're all over the place, aren't they?
No, whatever you guys are doing, because you know what? Okay, let me watch that.
Yeah, there you go.
You guys are awesome. It was a good PR move.
Thanks. Well, Robert, we got to go. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Robert. God bless you.
Take care, buddy.
All right, you're listening to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
We got one segment left.
Last segment, folks.
Holy cow. We'll be back right after this. All right. I'm to lose. What a great song.
Oh, no. Yep.
Hey, it's Jeff from Gunslinger. Hey, fucking blow my ears at you, dumbass.
Oh, some more Buster Scruggs.
There you go.
Pop, 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 pop.
Behind the back. This guy's reaching for the rifle. You could have stopped.
You guys been having a good time? Having a good night? Do. And deer hunting it's the nothing happening pull.
We got Tim in Valencia and Brent in LA. We got to get to .com. Deuce Coop, you don't know what I got. Well, I'm not bragging, babe, so don't put me down. But I got the fastest set of whiz in town. If someone coming up to me, he don't even try. Cause if she had a set of wings, man, I know she would fly. Everybody. You don't know what I got. Welcome back, everybody, to the last segment. We got a couple calls. Let's jump right into Tim in Valencia. Tim, what can we do for you, sir?
Jump on in.
Oh, hey, guys. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hey, by the way, I was listening. I listened a lot.
Thank you.
I was listening on that black powder. I think you can get that stuff from Fort Courage Armory up in
Simi
Valley.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, Tim's no longer the owner.
Tim is no longer there, though.
Yeah, so...
But that's all right.
Oh, he's
they
not
got the stuff.
Okay, well, yeah. I haven't been there in a while.
Well, the store is still there, but we know Tim for a long time, and he sold it, and somebody else is running it, I believe. Yes. So.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, I had bought a lot of stuff from him. Mm-hmm. Anyhow, I got a Browning high power, and man, the spring on the action is just so stiff. It's like I can barely cock the thing. I can barely cock it.
Which version of the high power do you have? Do you have the Belgian made
for S&W 40?
Okay, so it's a newer. That's a Portuguese one,
and it's a 40 caliber.
Yeah. It says
Columbia, South Carolina on
That's the importer.
That's the importer. Those are made in Portugal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the 40 caliber ones, and of course it's going to have a harder spring because it is a 40 cal. You know, the 9mm has a lot less recoil, so there's less of a spring in the main spring.
The slide spring, and unfortunately, the gun was never designed as a 40. So to beef it up, they had to strengthen something, and they definitely went for the springs.
Yeah.
So that's normal then.
Yeah.
Depending on some other things. Yeah.
But and I hope it loosens up with some use.
Well, all I can tell you is go shoot her.
Give
her a whirl.
Oh, that's your answer for most things.
True that.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I was sick about a week ago, and I couldn't even pull the action. I was like, wow, if somebody came in, I'd better keep it loaded.
You know, believe it or not, there are guys out there that can convert that to a 9mm so that you can have either way. You can shoot it in 9 or 40.
That'd be a good move, that gun. Especially if you can't use it the way it is.
My friend Scott went the other way. He had one in 9, and he got a conversion kit to put it into 40. So now he's got both ways, and he loves it. So.
Make it a gun you can use, though. I mean, if you're using this for defense, geez.
You'll never fire anything you're not comfortable with.
That's right.
Or unable to
Okay, well, excellent. Thank you for that info.
Okay, Tim, thanks for the call. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. All right, let's jump over to Brent in L.A. How are you, Brent?
Shalom, Brent.
Shalom and giddy up, you global galloping gunslingers.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. What's going on?
Well, Richard from the airport gave me a great idea for a new Steven Spielberg sci-fi movie shootout. It would be a Jurassic Park-style adventure, having to shoot wild, rampaging, genetically engineered Pfizer-Fauci elef rhinos in downtown Los Angeles, charging Karen Bass and Gavin Newsom.
Why would you? If they're charging them, why would you shoot them?
After they charge.
I was like, those are the heroes.
Sign them up. Sign them up. Send them to Washington.
Oh, you guys are so mean.
But my favorite classic Western movie shootout is the surprise twist shootout, secretly revealed to Jimmy Stewart by the awesome John Wayne in The MAGA Man Who Shot Liberty Valance.
I smell a remake.
One of my favorite movies.
And also, but I have to once again strongly protest you bad-mouthing Chuck Connors in The Rifleman.
I'm not bad-mouthing him. I'm just telling the truth.
Hey, he's the first single father on television. I commend that man.
Yeah.
He was shooting very well-deserving Democrat devils in dark blue lawless towns, and that was never sociopathy. That was always necessary and righteous self-defense.
Fair enough, but I mean, after 100, you got to kind of wonder.
Listen, he was keeping the rent prices down, and there was always parking on the street in front of any town.
Yeah, but boy, you couldn't get into Boot Hill.
And his best friend was the sheriff, so let's remember that.
Yeah.
Well, tell that to Sergeant York.
Okay.
All right, Brett, as always, thanks for the call.
Thanks, Brett. God bless you, sir.
Take care. Bye. Well, okay, really quick. I mean, we've been having a blast, but we have some sad news. A friend of ours for a long time, little Penny Annie, passed away this week, and so we just want to give out our condolences to her family. She was a real nice gal, and she worked for us at Gunslingers for a time, and a real nice person, and she passed away this week. So that's a real shame because she was way too young to go. That was really awful.
So our condolences and our prayers go out to anyone who known her, family and friends.
There is a GoFundMe to help defray the costs of her funeral. If anybody wants to find Penny Ellison, there's a GoFundMe for her.
Okay, very good. Okay, and we got to get our commercials in, so don't forget, guys, September 13th. It's less than a month away. All right, go to gunslingerauctions.com. Gunslingerauctions.com. Go to the catalog. Everything is there with pictures and descriptions. You got any questions? The phone number is at the bottom. It's in there somewhere. I can't see it because I don't have my glasses on. But it's in there somewhere. Anyway, give me a call. I'm at the shop most Tuesday through Saturday. And
if there's anything in the catalog that you want to see firsthand that really grabs you, come down to the shop and
you can actually see it.
Absolutely.
Everything in that catalog is out on the floor so you can see it.
So come on, don't hesitate. Don't try to second guess yourself. If it's something you really love and want, come on down, check it out. And again, you don't, just because the catalog is online, you don't have to bid through the online.
No, you don't have to bid.
Sites.
You can just look. You can come live. You can do phone bids. You can do sealed bids with us. You can bid online if you want. We have two different ways. You can go through high bid or proxy bid and get her done.
Yeah, we would love the live crowd. It really makes the auction to have you guys there live, and we'd love to see you. Jeff's going to be out. He's our head auctioneer. I am all roaming around the beautiful Highway 39 Event Center, and if you guys have have not seen this place, you guys need to check it out too.
Absolutely. Highway 39's got some events that they're going to give me some info on it coming up in the next month. They're having a whiskey tasting thing, a bourbon tasting that they invited me to. I don't drink, so this is going to be interesting. But the story is really cool. It's about the first guys that attacked during right after 9/11. I guess they attacked 4 of them on horseback. Do you know this story?
Oh, the special forces guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. They started a alcohol company, and a couple of them are going to be there.
Whoa,
that would be worth going for. You don't have to drink.
No.
You just
So you know me, I'll have my Coke. So Mike told me, he promised me he'd get me a little script, so we'll get that read hopefully next week. And then if you got guns that you want to sell, guys, get them into me soon. We're going to fill up in December, and then we're off till February.
This time you're doing 5 a year.
Well, this year we're doing 6. We've already done 4. We got 2 left.
Yeah.
So next year. I don't know if I want to do a 2-day or that.
We might just have to spread them out a little differently instead of doing a back-to-back 2-dayer.
Yeah,
maybe we'll February.
We got through it, but it wasn't.
Maybe throw up a cot somewhere.
That's about what I did. So. Anyway, if you got guns, you want to get them in soon, okay? Like I said, we've got 4 large collections and 1 gigantic collection that's all on the horizon, and we're just waiting for them to come in. And if they all come in, we will literally be full through February. And we'll be booking for May.
So, Kirk made a fine point, too, by the way, at the event itself. Mm-hmm. The seats and tables are super comfy, and they got food and drinks, too.
Yeah.
So you make a kind of a day out of it.
They got a great menu, and, for forever and a day, we never took a break. We just we started, and we didn't stop till we finished. Mm-hmm. I talked with Mike, and we worked out a thing where we're doing like a 10, 15-minute
window.
For me, it's really a pee break, but for everybody else, you can go get something to eat or, use a head, whatever you need to do. You got to check out this venue. It is so cool.
And the burgers, they are great, guys. I'm going to let you know one thing. If there's something you got to order every time we're there, is the burgers.
Yeah.
They have
and if you've ever wondered what my garage at home looks like, just check it out. There it is.
Look at that. Look at that.
I don't have that nice of lighting, but I got about that many cars.
Man, burgers, cars, firearms, that's...
Oh, really quick, guys. Okay, so everybody's been asking me about the 68 Mustang. Here's what's going on, okay? Remember I told you I got a 390 and I got the original 4-speed? We're dumping it.
Oh,
we're dumping it. You ready for this? Yeah, I picked up a Gen 3. I can't believe I dropped the new Mustang motor. I can't think what
the Coyote.
Yes, I got a Gen 3 Coyote motor with
You got to be kidding me.
No, with a 6-speed manual transmission.
Schwank.
Right?
Super. So that's neat.
This is my, we've been kind of kicking around what we're going to do, but since I put the Mustang 2 front end and I've got all the, disc brakes and the coilovers and the rack and pinion, we're going resto mod 100% all the way across the board. So
what a motor though.
It's going to look like Steve McQueen's car, but it's going to drive way, way better.
Wow. Yeah.
All right. So,
that's brilliant, man.
Thanks. Yeah.
That's brilliant. I want to ride.
Real nice man. That was a friend of our old friend Stoney.
Love it.
Yeah, got me a killer deal on a motor, and it's going in. We just picked up a whole bunch of stuff for it, and it should be going in hopefully next week. And once we get the drivetrain in, Katie bar the dark, as I'm going to go hog wild on getting this sucker running. So I can't wait for that. The Impala, the 58 Impala. Have you been seeing the interior pictures I've been posting? Yeah, the interior. It's
yummy.
It's really cool. It's all in tuck and roll. It's all red and white in tuck and roll.
It's so good.
So it's just like Steve's car in the American Graffiti.
Super clean.
All right, guys, that's it.
Wow, we're
Don't
done.
forget next week, Motor Slingers. We got Leon and Georgia. They're going to be here. And don't forget to smile. It's just little curves. That's a lot of things straight. Next week, Leon will be saying that.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see you guys next week. Don't forget, Leon and George.
Love you guys. Good night. God bless you.